Casting from the basement of La Penta, this is WICR.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Sports Vault. I'm your host with the most, Jersey Joe Archino. And look, there are so many different places you could always take the show on a Monday morning. Normally, there's college football, there's NFL. I don't know why this morning going with the gut, and the gut is to talk about FC Barcelona, particularly Neymar Jr., because I think when we look at Neymar, he's really grown into everything that we've ever imagined he could be over our eyes. And look, whenever Lionel Messi goes down with an injury, there really is no coming back from that. He is the best player in the world. He is just, what he does every single time he takes the pitch is just something that we don't see very often. But it's been 6 weeks since Messi has been out for FC Barcelona. And to be quite honest, Barcelona hasn't really skipped a beat. I mean, you look at the table after this past weekend, Barcelona's in first place with 27 points. Real Madrid right behind them with 24 points. The big thing that separates the two of them, though, is 0 draws for Barcelona. And then after this weekend, Real Madrid finally handed their first loss of the season. But Barcelona has won 9 of their matches. They've lost in 2 of them. No draws. Real Madrid, 7 wins, 3 draws, and then a loss after this weekend. But you look at what Neymar has done, and I think, look, him and Suarez both lead La Liga in goals this season so far. 11 goals for Neymar at the top. Suarez right behind him with 9. And there are not a lot of clubs who could really do much. I really thought Barcelona was in trouble with Messi being out for such a long time because Real Madrid did not look like they were skipping a beat. Rafa Benitez's side really playing with a lot of confidence. The goals were coming. They were playing very well. But you look at the way things have shifted a little bit, and it all starts with Neymar. Now, we all kind of knew after the summer and from what we saw last year, Neymar kind of, when he got to Barcelona, there were a lot of growing pains. It took him a while. There was a lot of things that really didn't go his way. The second season, I think it was everything that you expected to see from Neymar. He was playing, creating opportunities, feeding off of, and I think he kind of reminds you so much of Messi in the way that he plays. If there was a positive that could have came out of Messi being injured and being out for these 7 to 8 weeks, so we're at the 6-week mark as of today. It's that the confidence and just learning to be a little bit more of a leader was something Neymar needed. We saw in Copa America this summer with the headbutt incident where he was banned for the rest of the competition. Neymar had a lot of growing up to do. He had all the talent in the world. I put him as the 3rd best player right behind Ronaldo and Messi. But I think you look at Neymar and you look at what he has done stepping up in Messi's absence. He has really emerged as a leader. And that comes not from just the way that he reacts to tough situations on the pitch. It just comes, the talent level is undeniable. It's continuing to craft that talent level and creating opportunities like Messi does. That's why Messi is like LeBron James, who is his perfect equivalent. The two of them don't need to just score to beat you. The two of them elevate everyone around them just by passing the ball alone. And I think that's something that Neymar has really continued to get better at and do. Even in Copa America, there was one play in one of their games where I heard Ray Hudson say, I think the only counterpart who could have made a pass like that wears the number 10. And it's absolutely true. Messi and Neymar are really very similar to one another. And what we've seen in the absence of Messi for Barcelona has been nothing short of incredible. Neymar, again, leading La Liga in goals with 11. Suarez right behind him with 9. And Luis Suarez has always been that dependable workforce person for Barcelona. Whenever there has been a tough moment or they have needed a big goal or there's been a big spot, he has always delivered for Barcelona. It happened in the Champions League last year. It happened in big La Liga games. It happened in Copa del Rey matches. There has been so many moments where you look to Suarez when you've needed him, and he has dramatically stepped up. And he didn't come into Barcelona last season off the best terms. He had the ban because of the biting incident in the World Cup. And it did take him a little bit of time to ease into things, but he absolutely did. And once he kind of started to find his rhythm and his place where he wanted to play, I mean, that's the biggest thing that you've got to look at this trio for Barcelona. Ed. Neymar, Messi, and Suarez. All three of them are very unselfish superstars. All three of them understand the not selfish mentality. Sometimes you're gonna have to give up opportunities, but they will pay off for you in the end because you're going to win more games. You're going to get back those opportunities. Suarez on a break will pass the ball to Neymar, who will have a better angle. Neymar will pass the ball to Suarez, who will have a better angle. And I think last season, when you try to kind of figure out what went wrong with Real Madrid, that was part of the problem last season was you had very selfish players who really wanted to be the man. Gareth Bale wanted to be Ronaldo, but when you have Ronaldo, he is the man there. You have to defer to Ronaldo. This season, though, for the most part, separating the two of them, there has not really been that many negative moments for either side. Obviously, Real Madrid coming off their first loss this weekend. In Barcelona, though, my goodness, you just look at how they have responded to such a difficult situation with Messi getting hurt and being out for such a long period of time. But that window of him coming back should be rather soon, and it's making for such a dramatic buildup. I mean, look. There's nothing better out there than El Clasico. El Clasico is, to me, the most exciting sporting event in the world. I think outside of the Super Bowl and maybe the Champions League final, I don't think that there's a more exciting thing you could watch in any entity than the Barcelona Real Madrid matchups anytime that they play. It's November 21st, so it's really right around the corner, and it's making for such an interesting build-up because by that time, we don't know what's Messi's status going to be, but you look at the same time at how both these clubs are kind of just continuing to plunge forward. It's always like this anytime you're coming into these matches, and both these matches really ultimately determine who wins the season. We saw last season really a momentum shift. Real Madrid really controlled La Liga for the first half of the season. Barcelona kind of had dragged their feet at points, but after New Year's, it was the complete opposite. Barcelona was the dominant team. They won the second match in El Clasico. So the first one, I always think it's very important to kind of get your feet wet. It's later in the season this year than it was last year. It was in October. This season, we have it in late November. So again, it could not be better, but I think you just have to give so much credit to what Neymar has done because look, he really has emerged as the front runner. I mean, you could put him to me anywhere you want to in trying to rank best players in the world. I think obviously Messi and Ronaldo are untouchable, and if you got to put Neymar right behind Neymar or Suarez. I mean, it doesn't really matter, but I think Neymar has shown you what he has done in the absence of Messi, stepping up as a leader. Obviously, his talent level, his skill level on the pitch is something we've always known that he could do. But my goodness, what he has done, you just can't give him enough credit for. Neymar has been fantastic, and he really is the essential reason, I believe, that Barcelona is in first with La Liga with 27 points. But that is going to do it. We'll be back later in the day. Don't know which studio yet, but we'll be back.